Hello, so I am part of Rento Max, and I would like to teach everyone else how to use this platform since I'm the leader of the company. And I've already been taught this by the person who created Salesforce. So, first we're going to look at this tab. We see properties, units, cases, reports, and then we see dashboards. So, we're first going to start with properties. So, here you would create a property. So a property you can make is maybe spa apartments. Okay, and then we can make it Spot Road. We can put Athens, Georgia, postal code, and then we can select a property manager. I'm going to put system admin as it. And as you see, we have that. So you can do save and new. If you'd like to save a property and create a new one, you can cancel this, or you can just click save. For us, we will do this. Now you're able to see the information over the property. And then we also have the units tab where we can create units within properties. So I will create a unit right now. Let's say that Spot Apartments has an apartment in it, and the unit name could be, let's just say, 101 Spot is a unit name. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, it has a balcony. And then monthly rent, let's say that it is 1,800. You can log in the square meters, occupancy status, if it's on hold, occupied or vacant, it's occupied currently. And then you're able to search up the properties to link it. So then we have that. And then if you look at the properties tab and click related, you're able to see the units that goes under, which is very handy with managing your properties. Then in the units tab, you could see if there's related cases. So now I'm gonna open a case for that unit. So right now we're gonna say that AC is not working. The status is pending, it just started. And let's say that the person just called us in. So priority, we can put it at medium. Request type, this would be electrical. Properties, Spot apartment, where then you would have the unit 101 Spot. And then you have the timestamp. Let's say they called in the 14th, and let's just put 11 a.m. And resolve timestamp, let's say they finished it in 2 days, like the 16th at 11:15 a.m. Oh, sorry. No, they did not finish it yet. We'll do this part after. Resolve timestamp is going to be put in once you have closed that case. And then we have contact name, where you would basically create that tenant's contact that contacted you. You can put salutations. You can put, let's say, Miss Christie. And then last name we can put Mella. And then we can move to phone number. So we can write that in. Mobile number, if they had a different separate one, you can also put that in. And then we also have a place for email, so we can put christy.lum@me.com. And then we can even put birth date to store their age. So, and it tells you the format of how they like it. So we can do 04/20/1989, and we'll have that there. And then we also have account name for the future for when we want to create that part. And then mailing address, this apartment is like a temporary one. So sometimes people have like different addresses they would like to have their mail at and other addresses, for example, like college students. So they also have the opportunity here to do it. We can just fill this out. So we can just put that it's in the United States. So we would select United States, mailing address. Maybe we can put 123 Spot Drive, or we can put a different type of one. Willamede, Atlantic City, Alpharetta, State, Georgia. So there's a lot of ways where you can store information, and then we also adapt to our client's language. So we also have this language place where we can put English. We also have people on our team that can speak Spanish and different languages, so we like to have this here to give good customer support. And then description about the person if you'd like. And then we save it. So now the contact name went there. And then case reason, you can go further and if you want to discuss the case. And then we would press save. So now we have this case created, and then you'll be able to see the related activity. So now that we have that, we can look at the case and you can click edit. And then if you want to change the status, you could put in process for when the maintenance team is working on it, and then click save again. And then when it is resolved, press saved, and then you'll have that. So as you see that this AC, the case owner alias, shows the team that owns the case. So electrical owns AC. And as you see that we made rules to where the types of cases route to the correct team, since each team specializes in electrical or plumbing. So now we can go to reports, and as you see, we have around 6 reports. So right here, we can see basically like plumbing versus electric. We can look at the case owner, figuring out who was assigned certain types of cases and when it was open. So we're able to see the record count, total of 9 cases, majority are electrical. You also see maintenance resolution time reports. So you're able to see like the average amount of hours it takes to resolve. So this is like a KPI for our business, as we want this average resolution time to be short and for us to provide good customer service. Now, if you look at property type, you would see basically the types of properties that are in this CRM system, and then you can see the breakdown of how many are electrical and plumbing. For example, if you start noticing a pattern of Midtown, we see there's more plumbing cases than electrical. Maybe you could do further data analysis and figure out like, oh, maybe it's a lot of toilet overflowing and so on. So it definitely helps. We also have a queue and reports for escalated. So it will show us which cases are escalated, and these are based on the escalation rules of after 48 hours after the case is created, it will escalate to this dashboard. So you can see specifically like what was happening and the exact case to help make sure that we prioritize and work on this. Then again, you can see that's routed with the type of team that is supposed to attend to this. And then you also see incomplete request. This is a good KPI to observe too. This would include pending and in process. Basically seeing like what we are working with at the moment. And then moving on, we have maintenance request status report. So this gives us the full report, which is also good to see as well. Giving us the subtotals, the property, subject, date, time open, unit, gives us a lot of information. And then We have our beautiful dashboard, which has all these reports into one view for easy access. So if I was a property manager or part of using Rento Max, I'd like to see the KPIs of pending and process resolved. I'd like to see the incomplete requests in a big number, escalated cases, as well as this is a huge part that I need to observe. Ideally, I'd want this to be at a 0 to where if escalated cases, that means like we're taking a very long time. Average hours to resolve we have as well. It looks like many times Rento Max is going over those 48 hours, which is something that we need to see be reduced for sure. And then plumbing versus electric looks like we have a lot of electrical problems rather than plumbing problems. So then that's when this comes into handy. You can see all the different types of properties and then their breakdown of the request type. So you can also refresh cases or the dashboard here. As you see now, it has spot apartments that we added recently. Shows the average hour of resolution has changed. So from this dashboard is in real time where you update it. And that's a walkthrough of what we have to offer and how we can improve, making sure that we're staying up to cases. And that's our walkthrough. If you wanted to create more cases, you would do that here in the new reports part. You can also reach out to us to figure out how to add more reports that the customer needs. However, these are the main reports that we deemed necessary and heard from those requirements. So thank you so much for watching, and I will follow up in this album creating the simple user manual of how to use this.